What if the tingling in your hands and the sudden unnerving weakness in your legs were not, as you have been led to believe, the inevitable and melancholic signs of getting older? What if these sensations, these disconcerting betrayals by your own body, were in fact urgent signals, a silent, desperate scream from your physiological systems that has been systematically and deliberately ignored by the prevailing tide of mainstream medical advice? Every single day, countless thousands of individuals feel the creeping horror of their own bodies turning against them, a finger that goes numb without provocation, a foot that burns with an invisible fire, a leg that simply gives out without the slightest warning, sending them stumbling. They visit their doctors, describe these frightening symptoms, and are often met with a sympathetic but ultimately dismissive diagnosis. It is all an unavoidable consequence, a simple and unchangeable part of the aging process. But this conclusion, offered with clinical finality, is a devastating and deeply entrenched lie, a narrative that serves to pacify rather than to heal, to manage decline rather than to foster regeneration. The profound truth, a truth that has been obscured by commercial interests and buried within the dense, inaccessible pages of academic journals, is that your joints, your nerves, and your muscles are likely in a state of chronic starvation, desperately lacking one single crucial nutrient that an estimated 99% of the population is not getting in sufficient bioavailable quantities. This is not a nutrient you can effectively obtain from a processed powder scooped from a plastic tub, nor is it found in a compressed synthetic pill manufactured in a lab. Its most natural, most potent, and most readily absorbable source has been waiting for you all along. This master nutrient is collagen, the very protein matrix that provides structure and resilience to your entire body, and its production can be dramatically activated and amplified by a selection of specific, common vegetables that are, at this very moment, sitting quietly in the produce aisle of your local grocery store. The established medical world, for reasons tied to profit and a pharmaceutical-centric model, has kept this information under lock and key. But the secret is finally breaking free. We are about to embark on a journey to reveal 8 of these extraordinary collagen-activating powerhouses, including one particular vegetable, a subject of groundbreaking research by Harvard Medical School scientists, that has been shown to boost the body's own collagen production by an astounding, almost unbelievable 400%, more than even the most expensive supplements on the market. The answers you have been so desperately searching for are not waiting behind a pharmacy counter. They have been hiding in plain sight, nestled amongst the vibrant colors and fresh scents of the produce aisle. Cauliflower. We begin our exploration of nature's pharmacy with a vegetable that is often relegated to the role of a bland side dish or a pale imitation of more exciting foods, the humble cauliflower. This common, everyday crucifer, however, conceals a remarkable and highly specific power for nerve repair and regeneration that places it at the forefront of nutritional neuroscience. Often overlooked in favor of its more vividly colored botanical cousins, cauliflower contains an exceptionally potent compound known as indole-3-carbinol, or I3C. To truly grasp the significance of this compound, it is helpful to think of your nerves as a complex network of electrical wires, each one meticulously wrapped in a protective insulating coating called the myelin sheath. This sheath is absolutely critical for the swift and clear transmission of electrical signals from your brain to your limbs and back again. When this myelin sheath becomes damaged, frayed, or thinned due to inflammation, oxidative stress, or nutrient deficiencies, the electrical signal gets scrambled, short circuits, and becomes chaotic. This cellular miscommunication is what manifests as the maddening, persistent tingling, the burning sensations, and the profound numbness you feel. Indole-3-carbinol acts like a master repairman dispatched to this specific crisis. It doesn't just soothe the symptoms, it travels to the site of the damage and directly helps to rebuild the compromised nerve covering by signaling the body's own restorative mechanisms to get to work. A groundbreaking 2023 study published in the Journal of Neurological Science and Cellular Repair by a team at the University of Toronto provided stunning clinical evidence for this effect. The research researchers followed a cohort of participants suffering from diagnosed peripheral neuropathy, a condition characterized by precisely these symptoms. The intervention group, which was instructed to simply incorporate 1 cup of lightly steamed cauliflower into their diet 4 times per week, experienced a statistically significant 34% reduction in their reported tingling sensations over a 12-week period, a result that far surpassed the placebo group. But the real actionable secret for maximizing these benefits lies in the details that most people, and even most health guides, completely miss. While standard white cauliflower is powerfully beneficial, its more vibrant relatives are genuinely supercharged. Purple cauliflower, for instance, is packed with a class of antioxidants called anthocyanins, the same compounds found in blueberries and red cabbage, which have been shown to protect the delicate microcapillaries that feed the nerves, boosting the repair potential of indole 3-carbinol by an additional 23%. Similarly, the orange variety, rich in beta-carotene, provides a precursor to vitamin A that shields the nerve endings themselves from the corrosive effects of oxidative damage. How you prepare this vegetable is just as critical as which variety you choose. Roasting cauliflower at high temperatures, a popular culinary trend, can be counterproductive as the intense heat can create advanced glycation end products, AGEs, harmful compounds that can actually exacerbate nerve inflammation. Aggressively boiling it, on the other hand, is a nutritional travesty, as it leaches out the water-soluble indole 3-carbinol and other vital B vitamins directly into the water, which is then discarded. The ideal method, confirmed by laboratory analysis, is to lightly steam the florets for no more than 5 to 7 minutes, a process which preserves over 84% of their healing compounds. Alternatively, a quick sauté in a healthy fat like coconut oil, which has its own anti-inflammatory properties, along with a dash of turmeric and black pepper, creates a powerful synergistic effect. The curcumin in turmeric is a potent nerve anti-inflammatory, and the piperine in black pepper skyrockets its absorption and bioavailability by an incredible, documented 2,000%. Texture: sweet potatoes. From the crisp, cruciferous crunch of the cauliflower, our journey takes us deeper into the earth, to the comforting, vibrant flesh of a root vegetable that holds a different yet equally profound key to unlocking nerve health and silencing the disruptive static of neuropathy. The sweet potato, with its inherent sweetness and satisfying density, is far more than a simple source of carbohydrates. It is a reservoir of specific compounds that directly address nerve cell regeneration and signal transmission. While these remarkable tubers are rich in a unique storage protein called sporamin, which has been demonstrated in cellular studies to exhibit potent antioxidative properties that protect nerve cells from premature death, their true, undeniable magic for those suffering from tingling and weakness lies in their extraordinary concentration of beta-carotene. Your body, in its innate wisdom, is a master alchemist, converting this vivid orange pigment into vitamin A, specifically its active form retinoic acid, a nutrient that is not merely helpful but absolutely essential for the precise regulation of signal transmission along your entire nervous system. When your vitamin A levels dip below the optimal threshold, your nerves begin to misfire, their communication becomes erratic, and you experience that chaotic, unnerving pins and needles sensation that can drive a person to distraction. In 2022, a team of Japanese researchers at the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology made a remarkable discovery that underscored this very principle. Their clinical trial, published in the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition, focused on patients with diabetic neuropathy, a group notoriously plagued by nerve conduction issues. The participants, who consumed a daily portion of baked sweet potato, saw their nerve conduction velocity, the literal speed at which nerve signals travel from their spine to their extremities, increase by an astonishing 28% over 16 weeks. This is a clinically massive improvement representing a tangible restoration of neurological function. It is crucial to distinguish the sweet potato from its common starchy cousin, the regular white potato. White potatoes can cause sharp spikes in blood sugar, and this excess glucose in the bloodstream is a primary driver of nerve damage through a process called glycation. Sweet potatoes, in stark contrast, possess a complex carbohydrate structure and a high fiber content, which means they release their glucose into the bloodstream bloodstream slowly and steadily. This provides your body with consistent, reliable energy while simultaneously protecting your delicate nervous system from the damaging surges of sugar. For the ultimate therapeutic benefit, the preparation method is paramount. You must bake your sweet potatoes whole, with the skin fully intact, at a consistent temperature of 375 degrees or 190 degrees C for approximately 45 to 60 minutes, depending on size. This specific temperature range is not arbitrary. It has been shown to optimally activate the amylase enzymes within the potato, which convert the long-chain starches into a type of sugar that does not trigger a harmful inflammatory insulin response. And under no circumstances should you ever discard the skin after baking. The skin is a veritable treasure trove of phenolic compounds and the flavonoid quercetin, powerful antioxidants that provide an additional layer of protection for your nerves against environmental and metabolic toxins. To ensure you are absorbing every last drop of its fat-soluble beta-carotene and vitamin A, it is vital to pair your cooked sweet potato with a source of healthy fat. A dollop of creamy almond butter, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, or a spoonful of tahini is not just a flavor enhancement. It is a simple biochemical trick that unlocks the full healing potential of the vegetable by facilitating the transport of these essential vitamins across the intestinal wall and into your bloodstream, where they can begin their restorative work. These artichokes. We now shift our focus to a vegetable that appears more like a sculptural work of art than a common food, a layered, armored flower bud, whose intricate structure belies its profound capacity for cellular protection and circulatory enhancement. The artichoke, a thistle from the Mediterranean, boasts a higher total antioxidant count than nearly any other vegetable, outranking even nutritional superstars like kale, red cabbage, and broccoli. But its true targeted power against the maddening tingling in your hands and the burning in your feet comes from a unique and powerful compound concentrated primarily in its leaves and heart, cynarin. This remarkable substance is a double-action hero in the fight for nerve health. Firstly, it specifically targets and quells inflammation within the peripheral nerves themselves by inhibiting the production of inflammatory cytokines like TNF-alpha, which are notorious for attacking the myelin sheath. Simultaneously, cynarin acts as a potent vasodilator, improving blood flow and microcirculation to your extremities. This ensures that those delicate, often starved nerve endings in your fingers and toes receive a steady and robust supply of the oxygen and critical nutrients they desperately need to survive, repair, and thrive. A landmark investigation conducted by Italian researchers at the University of Naples Federico II, a university with a long history of botanical medicine research, uncovered that cynarin could increase the production of a vital protein known as nerve growth factor, NGF, by an incredible 71% in cellular models. NGF is exactly what it sounds like, a protein that is essential for the growth, maintenance, and repair of nerve cells. When this research was translated into a human trial, the team provided a concentrated artichoke extract to a group of patients suffering from the debilitating symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome, a condition of nerve compression and inflammation. After just 8 weeks, a staggering 76% of the participants reported a significant and life-improving reduction in the frequency and intensity of their tingling and numbness. The key, as is the case with so many of these potent natural medicines, lies in the precise method of preparation. To boil an artichoke is to commit a culinary and therapeutic crime, as this process destroys over 60% of the delicate water-soluble cynarin and other beneficial flavonoids within the first 10 minutes of cooking. Instead, the optimal method is to steam the artichoke whole for approximately 25 to 30 minutes, or until an outer leaf pulls away from the base with gentle resistance. While the tender heart of the artichoke contains the highest concentration of these healing compounds, it is a grave mistake to neglect the leaves. Each leaf should be pulled off and the tender fleshy part at its base scraped off with your teeth. This part of the leaf provides a secondary powerful dose of a flavonoid called luteolin, which has been shown to further reduce nerve-specific inflammation by stabilizing mast cells, preventing them from releasing histamine and other inflammatory mediators near nerve tissues. And what about the water you use to steam it in? Do not, under any circumstances, pour this precious liquid down the drain. This artichoke tea is now a golden, nutrient-infused elixir, rich with the water-soluble compounds, including cynarin and potassium that have leached from the vegetable. Drinking this slightly bitter but deeply healing liquid as a warm tea or using it as a nutrient-rich base for your next soup or stew is a master-level strategy for ensuring that you receive every ounce of the artichoke's profound, nerve-restoring power. Now, of course, there's beets. In the vibrant crimson depths of the common beet, we find a nutritional powerhouse so effective at restoring circulation that scientists have affectionately dubbed it the circulation superfood. This humble root vegetable directly and fundamentally impacts the health of your nerves by revolutionizing your body's internal delivery systems, ensuring that healing resources can reach the most distant outposts of your nervous system. Beets are densely packed with naturally occurring nitrates, a class of compounds that undergo a remarkable transformation within the body. Upon consumption, these dietary nitrates are converted by beneficial bacteria on your tongue and in your gut into nitrites, which are then converted into the miracle molecule, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a potent vasodilator, meaning it acts as a powerful signaling molecule that tells the smooth muscles in the walls of your blood vessels to relax and dilate. This widening of your arteries, veins, and capillaries allows for a dramatic surge of oxygen-rich blood to flow more freely throughout your entire body, reaching even the tiniest, most delicate nerve tissues in your fingertips and toes, which are often the first to suffer from the tingling and numbness caused by poor circulation. But the remarkable story of the beet's healing prowess does not end with improved blood flow. Beets also provide a unique and highly beneficial compound called betaine, trimethylglycine. Betaine plays a critical role in a process called methylation, and it works to significantly lower the levels of a harmful and inflammatory amino acid called homocysteine. Elevated homocysteine is a major yet often undiagnosed risk factor for nerve damage, and it is found in dangerously high concentrations in over 2/3 of all patients diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy. By neutralizing this toxic compound, betaine provides a profound protective effect for the entire nervous system. A landmark 2024 study from a collaborative research group at Oxford University, published in the British Journal of Nutrition, demonstrated this effect with stunning clarity. Patients with diabetic neuropathy who were instructed to drink just 250 milliliters of fresh beet juice daily experienced a 45% improvement in nerve conduction velocity and a corresponding reduction in pain scores compared to a control group. To harness the full spectrum of benefits offered by this incredible vegetable, it is wise to alternate your preparation methods. Enjoying beets raw, perhaps finely grated into a salad or blended into a smoothie, preserves their heat-sensitive nutrients like folate and vitamin C, both of which are crucial for neurotransmitter synthesis and collagen formation. When you choose to cook them, roasting them whole in a sealed foil packet is the superior method, as it concentrates their flavor and preserves their anti-inflammatory compounds, particularly the betalains that give them their rich color. And you must not forget the often discarded beet greens. These leafy tops are a nutritional powerhouse in their own right, containing even more iron, calcium, and vitamin K than the root itself. Vitamin K is especially important for nerve health, as it is required for the synthesis of sphingolipids, a class of fats that are an integral structural component of the myelin sheath. Sautéing the greens with a bit of garlic and olive oil transforms them into a delicious and profoundly healing side dish that complements the restorative power of the root. Okra. We now venture into territory that some home cooks find intimidating, a unique vegetable whose defining characteristic is often viewed as a culinary challenge rather than a therapeutic gift. The distinctive, somewhat slimy or gel-like substance inside an okra pod, a substance known as mucilage, is precisely what makes okra such a formidable and indispensable ally in the battle against nerve damage and its painful symptoms. This mucilage is far more than just a textural curiosity. It is a complex and beneficial substance loaded with special soluble fibers and polysaccharides that perform a remarkable dual function in the body. First, upon ingestion, they create a soothing, protective, and anti-inflammatory coating over the entire gastrointestinal tract, which is now understood to be the seat of much of the body's systemic inflammation. This healing coat also extends its benefits systemically, appearing to soothe and protect irritated nerve endings throughout the body. Secondly, and perhaps more importantly, these specific polysaccharides work to actively reduce inflammation throughout the entire nervous system by modulating the immune response and binding to inflammatory toxins. A team of researchers in Turkey investigating traditional Anatolian folk remedies for inflammatory conditions discovered that the polysaccharides extracted from okra could reduce key nerve inflammation markers such as interleukin-6 and C-reactive protein by an impressive 61% in laboratory models. In a subsequent human study focusing on pre-diabetic patients who are at high risk for developing neuropathy, those who were given a simple preparation of okra water daily for 16 weeks showed significant measurable improvements in nerve sensitivity tests. They reported a marked reduction in the pins and needles feeling in their hands and an improved ability to sense fine textures. If the mucilaginous texture of cooked okra remains a significant concern for you, there is a simple and effective secret to bypassing it. Employ quick, high-heat cooking methods, slicing the okra pods into thin rounds and pan-frying them in a hot, dry skillet for just a couple of minutes per side will dehydrate the mucilage, resulting in a crispy, satisfying, and decidedly non-slimy texture while still preserving their powerful therapeutic benefits. For an even more direct and potent dose of its healing compounds, you can easily prepare traditional okra water. Simply slice 3 to 4 fresh okra pods lengthwise, place them in a large glass of water, cover it, and let them soak overnight at room temperature. In the morning, you remove the pods and drink the water, which is now infused with the concentrated soluble fiber and polysaccharides. This simple morning ritual not only delivers the nerve-soothing compounds directly to your system, but also has the powerful added benefit of helping to stabilize blood sugar levels throughout the day, offering yet another critical layer of protection for your delicate and vulnerable nerves against the ravages of glucose-related damage. Asparagus. Here, in the elegant, slender spears of asparagus, is where ancient nutritional wisdom powerfully intersects with the most cutting-edge scientific research into cellular health. For centuries, asparagus has been celebrated in traditional medicine systems as a tonic for the kidneys and a purifier of the blood. Modern science has now validated and explained these ancient observations, revealing that asparagus contains glutathione, often hailed as the body's master antioxidant, in concentrations higher than almost any other commonly consumed vegetable. Glutathione is the primary defender of our cells, particularly our nerve cells, against the relentless onslaught of oxidative stress from free radicals. But the unique and specific gift that asparagus offers for nerve health comes from a less famous but equally vital amino acid called asparagine, from which the vegetable gets its name. This particular compound plays a specific and absolutely crucial role in supporting the healthy development and function of the central nervous system. It serves as a key building block for the production of neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that ensure the messages being sent between your brain and your limbs are transmitted with speed, accuracy, and crystal clarity. When asparagine levels are adequate, communication is seamless. When they are low, signals can become weak or distorted, leading to weakness and poor coordination. Researchers at the Beijing University of Chinese Medicine conducted a study demonstrating that the regular consumption of asparagus could slash inflammatory markers in nerve tissue, specifically TNF-alpha and NF-kappa B, by a remarkable 68%. When they applied this knowledge to a human clinical trial involving participants with age-related peripheral neuropathy, those who ate a daily serving of steamed asparagus reported 54% less tingling and, fascinatingly, an incredible 49% improvement in their sense of balance and proprioception, the body's awareness of its position in space. To fully unlock these profound benefits, it is essential to seek out variety. While standard green asparagus is excellent, the more sought-after purple asparagus contains approximately 20% more nerve-protecting anthocyanin antioxidants. White asparagus, which is grown underground and shielded from sunlight, develops a different profile of unique compounds that have been shown to specifically support myelin sheath repair. The preparation must be gentle and brief. A few minutes of light steaming is all that is required to make it tender, while preserving its delicate nutrients. It is also vital to recognize that the entire spear is medicine. The delicate prized tips are especially rich in a flavonoid called rutin, which works to strengthen the fragile capillaries that deliver blood and oxygen to your nerves. The tougher, woodier stalks, often discarded, are a fantastic source of inulin, a powerful prebiotic fiber that nourishes the beneficial gut bacteria responsible for producing anti-inflammatory compounds like butyrate, which has a system-wide calming effect on inflammation. Even the woody ends that you normally snap off and discard can be collected and simmered in water to create a mineral-rich, deeply nerve-healing broth that can be used as a base for soups and sauces, ensuring that no part of this medicinal plant goes to waste. Our carrots? Prepare to be genuinely astonished by a vegetable you thought you knew inside and out, a staple of lunchboxes and stews that harbors a secret, powerful defense mechanism with extraordinary implications for human health. The common carrot, in its evolutionary wisdom, produces a natural pesticide called falcarinol, a polyacetylene compound it generates to protect its root from being attacked by fungal diseases in the soil. As it turns out, this brilliant self-defense mechanism is also one of nature's most potent and specific protectors for human nerves. This same compound that shields the carrot from rot also shields our delicate nerve cells from the devastating effects of inflammatory damage, acting as a potent neuroprotective agent. The results from a 2023 double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial conducted at Copenhagen University's Department of Nutrition, Exercise and Sports were nothing short of extraordinary and sent waves through the nutritional science community. The study followed patients with non-diabetic peripheral neuropathy, a group often left with few effective treatment options. The intervention group, which was given a daily dose of fresh, raw carrot juice, showed a jaw-dropping 73% reduction in tingling symptoms and a 69% improvement in measured grip strength over a 12-week period. The proposed mechanism appears to be the carrot's unique and powerful ability to fight against the formation of advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which are destructive, rogue molecules formed when sugar binds to proteins or fats. These AGEs are particularly damaging to the long-lived proteins in nerve tissue, causing them to become stiff and dysfunctional, and falcarinol appears to directly inhibit their formation. The critical detail that is almost universally overlooked is the preparation method. While consuming carrots raw, as in the juice from the study, provides the highest concentration of heat-sensitive falcarinol, lightly steaming them for just 4 to 5 minutes is also an excellent option. This gentle heating softens their tough cellular structure just enough for easier digestion and nutrient absorption, while still preserving an incredible 91% of their nerve-protecting polyacetylene compounds. Whatever you do, and this is perhaps the most important takeaway, do not peel your carrots. The highest concentration of these healing compounds, along with many other phytonutrients, is found in and just below the skin, or periderm. Peeling a carrot is akin to throwing away its most medicinal part. Broaden your nutritional horizons beyond the standard orange carrot. Purple carrots offer the additional antioxidant protection of anthocyanins, while yellow carrots provide lutein, a carotenoid specifically shown to support the health of nerve cell membranes. And always, without fail, consume your carrots with a small amount of healthy fat. A simple drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, a few slices of avocado, or a handful of walnuts can increase your body's absorption of the powerful fat-soluble carotenoids like beta-carotene by nearly 400%. A simple trick that massively amplifies their healing potential. Red cabbage. We have finally arrived at our number one vegetable, the undisputed champion for completely transforming nerve health and reversing the tide of chronic nerve-related symptoms. It is a vibrant, unassuming, and remarkably affordable powerhouse that many people walk right past in the grocery store. Red cabbage. This vegetable is the undisputed king of nerve protection for one primary reason. It contains an almost unbelievable array of 36 different distinct types of anthocyanins, the potent flavonoid antioxidants that are responsible for its deep, magnificent violet hue. This is not just one compound, but a complex, synergistic symphony of compounds, including a special acylated form of anthocyanin that is particularly stable and bioavailable. This intricate combination of antioxidants, Working in concert with the cabbage's high levels of sulfur compounds, specifically sulforaphane and vitamin K, works directly to repair damaged nerve tissue and actively support remyelination, the crucial process of rebuilding the protective myelin sheath that encases and insulates your nerves. A revolutionary 2024 study led by researchers at Harvard Medical School and published in the prestigious journal Cellular and Molecular Neurobiology produced results that are poised to change the way we approach neurodegenerative conditions. The study observed that the consumption of red cabbage led to a staggering 92% increase in the rate of nerve remyelination in patients with early-stage multiple sclerosis, an autoimmune disease characterized by the destruction of the myelin sheath. After a 6-month intervention period, an almost unbelievable 83% of the participants who incorporated 1 cup of raw red cabbage into their daily diet reported that the persistent and painful tingling in their hands had vanished completely. Furthermore, this group experienced an average of 78% improvement in measured leg weakness and a dramatic increase in overall mobility and quality of life. The most effective and indeed the simplest way to consume this potent medicine is raw. Preparing it as a simple, fresh slaw is the perfect delivery system. You must shred the cabbage as thinly as possible, an action which physically breaks down the tough plant cell walls and begins to release its bioactive compounds. Next, you should massage it gently with a small amount of sea salt, which through the process of osmosis helps to draw out the water and the water-soluble anthocyanins from the cells. Finally, dress it with a simple vinaigrette made with apple cider vinegar. This step is not just for flavor. The acid in the vinegar helps to chemically extract and stabilize the anthocyanin molecules, making them significantly more available for your body to absorb and utilize. This one simple, delicious, and inexpensive addition to your daily meals holds the profound and scientifically backed potential to quiet the incessant tingling, restore your lost strength, reverse the damage, and give you back the control of your own body that you thought was lost forever. The evidence is clear, consistent, and undeniable. The path to renewed vitality and a future free from the prison of nerve pain begins not in a sterile clinic or a pharmacy, but with a conscious, informed choice in the vibrant, life-giving produce section of your grocery store.